Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python class. In the last class we saw what the identifiers are. There are various identifiers, but we mainly focused on the variables because all the other terms, they were too fancy to understand by all the beginners, right? So in today's class what we will see is another topic, which is the data types. So the data that you deal in Python, it can be further subdivided into various types. The first one is the basic type, another is container, and the last is user defined types. So I'll start off with the first type, which is the basic type. What is a basic type? The basic type means that it can store very simple or the simplest form of data inside those. For example, I have these data. Let me just write it under comment. So this is the type of basic data that we have in our Python. So let us see how we can deal with this. Number one, I will talk about the integer. How do you deal with an integer? What is an integer? For example, the very simple int as we have in our mathematics. This a is a form of int. Since Python is a dynamically typed language, I need not mention int a equals 1. It will give an error. Our Python is not designed in this way. Our interpreter would automatically understand what this a is. If you want to know what a is, let me write type a, or I can directly do it in the terminal. A equals 1 type of a, that is class integer, right? So it falls under the category of int. Similarly, if I put a equals 9.89 and then I print the type of a, it gives me a float. So this is the class float, a decimal value. Now let's move ahead with the next, which is complex form. How do you write a complex number in Python? This is how you do it. And then print the type of a, type complex. Next is the bool. For boolean, we either have true or we have false, right? Similarly, print the type of a, it gives me boolean. And then string is very simple. It is the collection of characters. I'm printing my own name. Then I will print type a. Class string. At last is the bytes. How do you do it? I think this is how we do it. If you want to represent a byte, let us see. Type a, yes. So if you want to represent your data in the form of bytes, this is how you do it, and just keep on printing the types. It is very helpful when you'll deal with the bigger projects. You'll know how important it is to know the type of the variable that you're dealing with. Okay, right, so that's it. This is what we have here also. So what I want all of you to just pause this slide, pause it over here, this video over here, take a moment and just to go through this entire slide. Okay, right. So it is pretty much the same whatever we have discussed. And then what we have, again, the Python, let us go through these points. Python does not require explicit definition. We know that it is dynamically typed. And number two, what we have, the type of the variable can be checked using the built-in type function. We have already done it, the type function. This is how you check the type of a variable. Okay, then we have a very simple concepts of assignment. You want to assign the value 20 to this variable b, and then again you assign this value to 5, this variable to this value to the variable city. Okay, in Python, very interestingly, we have other methods of assignment also. For example, the first one, let me just copy it from here and write it down, what it says. I hope you understand the concept of multiple assignments all at once. Then along with it, what we can do, we can assign the same value to the multiple variables. For example, it has been done over here. I'll just copy paste it. It's pretty simple. So all of these values, these variables have the same value, which is 15, B, C and D, right? I hope you have understood the assignment. Okay, so that's it for today's class. I hope you have understood it, and I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.